Hey you guys, it's your girl T, and I want to go ahead and talk about this story that's going viral, and it's coming from outrageous ass Ohio. What's going down in Ohio, you ask? What's going down is that we have a police officer. His name is Officer Jesse Kidder, and Jesse Kidder probably showed the most restraint I've ever seen when dealing with the suspect. So what's going on is that this suspect, his name is Michael Wilcox. He had killed his girlfriend the day before, and then he went out of town to Kentucky, and he ended up killing a friend. So he had killed 2 people. And so the police were trying to apprehend him. He was on the run, and he comes charging at the officer. He's yelling at the officer to shoot him. He basically wants to be killed, you know, death by cop. He's begging to be shot, and this officer refuses to shoot him. This video is insane. I want you guys to go ahead and check out this video and this news clip. Check this out. I'm gonna come back with the rest of my comments.
His police chief says it was a situation that would have been a justified shooting, only the Ohio officer did not fire a single shot. That officer is being praised for his quick thinking and restraint after a video from his body cam reveals a tense confrontation. Jackie Congetto has the story.
Enforcement officers all across the nation deal with split-second decisions that mean life or death. I wanted to be absolutely sure before I used deadly force.
Easier said than done, and that's never been clearer than through the lens of Officer Jesse Kidder's body camera when the homicide suspect he's following gets out of his car and charges.
Get your hands up! He jumped out and he sprinted towards me. I had my firearm already drawn on him, and I told him to put his hands up in the air. And he was screaming as he was yelling, "Shoot me, shoot me."
Dispatchers had told Officer Kidder the suspect may threaten suicide by cop and that he could have a gun under his seat. But Officer Kidder relied on his own split-second observations to know what to do.
So he's got his arms at his sides while he's running at me. And that's the first thing I noticed. He put his hand in his pocket there. So my eyes are watching that hand right now, nothing else. Get your hands out of your pocket now!
Knowing backup was on its way, Officer Kidder kept backpedaling while the suspect insisted Officer Kidder shoot him.
I was trying to open a dialogue with him. You know, I don't want to shoot you, just get on the ground. But he wasn't having it. He just kept repeating, "Shoot me." At one point, you know, he said, "Shoot me or I'll shoot you."
Then the suspect charged.
And he got towards my face right as I lost balance. I'm thinking at this point that if he goes in to attack me, that I will have to use deadly force to defend myself.
And just in the nick of time, there's the sound of backup and a surrender.
For him to make the judgment call that he did shows great restraint. And maturity. This video footage would eliminate all doubt that this officer would have been justified if in fact it came to a shooting.
All right, so you guys just watched the news clip, and so this is causing a lot of debate online. A lot of black folks are saying, you know, he only didn't kill him because it was a white man, you know, and a lot of white folks are saying, no, he's a good cop. That's the difference between a good cop and a bad cop. So it's sparking a lot of, you know, dialogue online. A few people want to know my opinions on the whole situation. You know, to me, I don't think that this officer did anything really different. I think a lot of police officers around the country show restraint. It's just that the news media is not going to put that on the news. Like, nobody cares about a happy story. Nobody cares about good news nowadays. We all want sensationalism. We all want salacious news. And we all want what's going to sell papers and drive people to the blogs and drive people to the television. So what drives people to the blogs, the television, and the internet? Stories of police officers killing people, specifically unarmed black people. Those are going to cause a lot of clicks. Those are going to cause a lot of debates. When police officers are doing the right thing, nobody cares. Like, nobody's, you know, okay, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do the right thing. So I don't really think that, you know, he really did anything out the ordinary. I think a lot of cops, for the most part, show restraint. You know, but I can't help but just still kind of think to myself that this is the same state that literally went into a Walmart and killed John Crawford. This man was doing nothing more than playing with the gun. Some idiot calls just trying to stir up some shit. The police come, they don't even ask him any question at all. They literally just shoot this man dead in the store. You know, so I mean, so I can see why a lot of black folks feel like, you know what, if that was a black guy, he'd have been shot, because there's so many videos of black men running from the police, trying to get away from the police, not posing any threat to them, not pulling out a gun, not trying to shoot at them, not charging at them. They're literally running away from them, and they get shot and killed. Look at Walter Scott. He was running away and he was shot 8 times. And that's why a lot of black people feel like the only reason why this white man got away with it is because he's white. Had that been a black man coming at the police officer, threatening, wanting him to be shot and, having his hands in his pocket, he would have been shot on sight for the most part. I mean, just keeping it real, it just makes you think that there are, always 2 sides to the coin. At the end of the day, this white man was a double murder suspect, so we could check that off. He was possibly armed, we can check that off. He was verbally threatening the police, we can also check that off. He was also refusing to remove his hands from his pockets, so we can also check that off. And he was charging at the police, wanting the officer to kill him. So, I mean, it just makes me think that if this man was any other race but white, the officer have shown as much restraint. When you see videos of so many black men running away from the police and they still get shot, it does make you ask questions. But, at the end of the day, kudos to this officer for showing restraint. Kudos to him for not wanting to take somebody's life, because he very easily could have taken his life and would have definitely been justified. So the whole situation is just really, really interesting. Like I said, it's causing a lot of debate online, a lot of really, really good dialogue. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. I want to know your thoughts. Do you feel like if this was a black man, the police officer would not have shown as much restraint and the police officer would have shot him? Or do you feel like, no, this is the difference between a good cop and a bad cop, and good cops show restraint? You know what I'm saying? Good cops think twice about just taking somebody's life. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Let me know your thoughts. All right, deuces. Hey YouTube, it's your girl Lovely T, and you can show me some love by hitting that subscribe button, watching my previous videos, and following me on social media.